The number one skill to learn in 2023 and for the next decade, from now, this point moving forward, the one thing that you have to focus on is in your skill of communication. If you can speak well, if you can write well, in this day and age, that is the most valuable skill. If you can learn how to influence people with your words, the entire world is going to open up to you. Communication is the bottleneck to your entire success. And let me explain why. Now, we live in a time where everyone is communicating with each other. Way more than ever before. Before, we were communicating with human being to human being. Now, because of social media, just like here right now, we get to communicate with multiple people at a time, hundreds of people at a time. You have the ability to connect with everyone that you've interacted with in your life because they follow you on Instagram or on YouTube or on Twitter. You get to make connections with human beings and consistently show up in their lives. Never before has that ever happened. And you have the opportunity to be able to communicate your message in the way, right, so that it appeals to them and you can actually create value for somebody. You can actually help somebody. Your ability to communicate your message can actually save somebody. You can actually save somebody from suicide, believe it or not, by what you say on social media. You can actually help somebody change their life. Happens every single day. People go online, people go on a YouTube video, they watch a Hormozy video. So holy shit, that guy just changed my life, right? Because of the motivation, because of the tactical, the practical advice, right? So if you were able to fix something in your life, it is your moral duty and obligation to share it with the world. Simple as that, right? Now it's your ability to be able to do that, right? To be able to translate that message effectively. That's the gap. That's the delta here. Because it's the people that are able to communicate the best, even just communication on its own, that will get you so much further, right, than just a hard skill set. And what I mean by a hard skill set, say you're an engineer, right? Say that you're a graphic designer. That skill set on its own will only get you so far. But if you're able to communicate that and share it with the world, that's going to get you way further. So how do you communicate? What are the first steps you need to take in order to build your communication skills, right? So the first thing that I would do is study human psychology, human nature, right? So I recommend reading Robert Greene's The Laws of Human Nature. Also read The 48 Laws of Power. Those two books will set you straight with how humans think and how humans interact. When you understand human psychology, then you can understand influence, right? Influencing people, right? For them, not manipulating, but influencing people in their decision making so you can paint a picture as to why they should listen to you. That's the most important thing. Because when you do that, you become relatable. When you can relate something, a solution that you have, your message to somebody else, when you can relate them to their life, then people will actually listen to you, right? If you're able to communicate with your words, right? For example, if I want to sell somebody this rock, right? Like I have to find out, or this rock, this crystal here, I have to first find out, like, why would it be important to somebody else, right? Communication starts from the framing in which you create your message, right? So if you tell somebody, right, hey, I know that, hey, you go to your friend and you say, hey, man, look, I know that you've been struggling a lot, with your recent breakup. Yeah. And one thing that helped me a lot was this crystal actually right here, right? Because it just gave me good energy, right? And I feel like it's going to help you a lot, man. So here you go, man. Here's this gift for you. I think it's going to really help. Your friend's going to be really grateful for the crystal, right? Because you framed it in a way that it's going to be beneficial to him. But if you go up to your friend and you tell him, hey man, here's this crystal, right? Go use it. Or hey man, here's this crystal. I found it. Some people tell me that it can actually like help you with some things, right? If you're vague, and that's how most people are, they don't know how to relate problems to their friends, to their family, or to other people. And if you're able to frame things so that people can see this through their lens of importance, then you can learn to influence people, right? And it's pretty magical, right? It's pretty beautiful because you learn how to see things from other people's points of view where most people aren't thinking that way. And when you do that, you actually learn how to create a business which is ethical, which helps you earn a living, but also helps others, right? It's an exchange of value, and that's what business is. And now in this day and age of social media, all we're doing is exchanging value. That's all we're doing here. And so that's why it's an infinite loop of positivity and abundance, because there's infinite value to provide, because somebody out there needs your perspective. Somebody out there needs your message, because somebody has not been able to resonate with the many messages that are out there. And somebody just wants somebody that's one step ahead of them so they can be inspired to take that next step in their life. So it's your responsibility to get good at your communication. So go make it happen. Let's do this. We're moving forward towards the path of singularity, where we intersect our purpose and prosperity. Let's make it happen, guys. Hasta la vista.